Yo, what's up, people? It's Bath here, chilling with the Cayman. It actually no longer says Cayman. I debadged that yesterday, looking clean now. But yeah, enough of the Cayman, because that's not what we're here for today. Actually, time to reveal the new toy. A couple days ago, I shot a little bit of footage on it, but my brother formatted the card and I lost everything. So yeah, it's his fault. But anyway, it's about time we get into this new AMG. Let's see it. But yeah, it's very boring in here right now, but we're gonna do some flags across the walls here. Probably gonna do an AMG and a Porsche flag there, and maybe like Ferrari and, you know, McLaren or something. Not really sure what the other 2 or 3 flags are gonna be, but yeah, it should look a little cooler in here soon. But back to this thing. It's super sick. Like, this is not your average standard C63. It has some cool options, so we'll get into that. No, I'm gonna. Yeah. Oh, wrong key. There you go. Ooh. Alright, finally got everything situated. We're gonna go ahead and get on the road. Damn. Yeah.
Nice car.
Thank you, thank you. I am loving this thing. But you know what I'm not loving? Having to hold this camera up. It's actually extremely inconvenient. I think we need another angle. I guess this is alright, but maybe another angle? Much better, much better. So, let's get into some AMG talk. So this is the W204 C204 C63 AMG. It comes standard with 451 horses and 443 torque. It is a 6.2, even though it says 6.3 on the badge. It is a 6.2 liter V8, naturally aspirated. And the reason behind the whole 6.2 and 6.3 thing is this model was meant to celebrate the old 300 SEL model that Mercedes had back in the day, and so they put the 6.3 badge because that's the engine that was featured in the 300 SEL. So it is really a 6.2. It has a 7-speed MCT transmission, which does absolutely nothing for your MPG. This thing still gets like 6 miles per gallon. No, I'm kidding. But it's pretty. It's not the best on gas, put it that way. But yeah, this comes standard with, you know, Bluetooth connectivity, the AMG like door seals, AMG floor mats, what else? The Harman Kardon sound system, which is actually amazing. So it's really cool that that comes standard, because like my car, for instance, I don't have an amazing system standard, so you have to up that in the specs so that you can get a nice sounding audio system. Anyway, this thing does come standard with heated seats and, you know, all the other safety stuff that we don't really care about. But into this specific C63, it does have you know, the black Napa leather package, multimedia package that comes with the nav and all that, and the illuminated door seals, a nice $850 option. But so this car also does have the development package, which is what really separates it from other C63s. The development package gives it extra 30 horses, so we're looking at 481 horses, and it alters the torque band. So now the majority of the torque is offered at a lower RPM, so it gives it a much more sporty feel. So the development package really gives it a little kick. And there's other things like the blue lid spoiler is carbon fiber on this standard, but on the base or, you know, non-development package C63, it'll be the same color as whatever paint of the car. So, and on top of all of that, it takes the top speed to 174 comfortably, and because this is a little more power output in the engine, they've actually fitted it with the same forged pistons and connecting rods that you would find in an SLS, which is crazy. That gives you an idea of the type of power this thing is pushing. So we're just casually cruising right now. One point I do want to make is that it's super insulated in here. Like, so as of now, the only 2 mods really that have been done to this car, so resonator and secondary cat delete. So the thing is actually pretty freaking loud, but the insulation is good. Like, you can't really hear a lot of the outside noise. The inside cabin is very quiet, and when you're in low speeds and low RPMs, it's not really making too much noise, so that's cool. But the second mod that has been done are the installation of row airbox, and what that is the rest of the world airbox. And the C63s that were imported to the US got a airbox that was fitted with carbon charcoal, and that really filters a lot more when air comes through it. So the rest of the world has a pretty much just a box that allows air to come in, and what that does is gives it a lot higher airflow. So it's high flow air filters, helps the air suck in faster, and then when you do stuff like resonator deletes, muffler deletes, straight pipes, you're sucking a lot more air, so it pretty much helps the car breathe better. It's like, you know, taking really small, you know, inhales but then exhaling a lot. That's not too good. So by getting a higher flow air coming into the car, it helps the car breathe a little better. So, but yeah, really, I'm gonna find a space and let this thing go a little bit. So overall, this thing, it drives pretty normal when you want it to, and when you're ready to go, it'll go. Like, if this thing is in Sport Plus, and knocking it over to Sport Plus now, if I'm in first, put it in first, if you step on it at all, it's going to start to spin. I mean, the thing comes with 255 millimeter tires in the back, which is not even close to enough for a car with this type of power. So I'll let you guys see that when this light turns green. And the traction control is on, by the way, so just letting you guys see how much power really is put out with this car. I'm in LA, I got the house on the hills. This is the longest red light ever. Come on. Alright, here we go. We are in first gear. Yeah, you guys, it's starting to spin out a little bit. So this thing definitely has a lot of low-end torque for sure. I mean, if you're not careful, like, your head's gonna be constantly hitting the back of the headrest. let's see what happens when you turn the traction control off. Downshifts are ridiculous. Like, this thing is very fun. Something about AMG that is just so like brute and raw. Like, it's different. It's like literally a German muscle car, you know? So we went over what happens with the traction control on when you go from, you know, a complete stop, but so that was just spinning all the way until third, and this thing is literally always ready to go. So when you're driving, if you hold down the left paddle shifter, you know, which is to downshift, if you hold it down, it'll go down to the lowest possible gear at whatever speed you're going. So it really allows you to like turn up really quickly, you know? Watch. I'm telling you, this thing is awesome. Uh-oh. So we got a bridge coming up. That is too sick. Breaking necks over there. You should have saw those guys. They were like, what the hell? No, yeah, this thing, there's just nothing quite like an AMG. I mean, yeah. The only thing is, yeah, this car does feel heavy. I mean, it is a heavy car, but, you know, it makes up for it. It's just a monster, and it sounds like one. So I've been out having an absolute ball, man. This thing is insane. As you guys can see how easily it goes sideways. I mean, it's the power and just the characteristics of the car are like just so unique, and that makes it so amazing. But I just stopped in this little parking deck. Not too much going on right now, so I figured it'd be a nice spot to get some enclosed sound. I'm about to get a few quick exhaust notes so you guys can see what it really sounds like on the outside. Yeah, so I know your ears are bleeding now, so let's cue the montage. Okay, so I think that's enough C63 fun for today. I couldn't get everything, but I think you guys have a good idea of how crazy that car is. It's literally embodies German muscle, just everything about it. Even though it's a little bit heavier, I mean, it's still C-Class, so it still has that small, sporty body. So the thing is, it's amazing. So now what's going to be really interesting is once we put the version 6 Eurocharge tune on it. Now that is going to take it to 540 brake horsepower. So remember how I made a reference to the SLS and how the development package gives it has the same forged rods and pistons? Well, after this tune, it's going to essentially be an SLS engine in that small body. So it's going to be mad. But now we have to worry about fitting these two in the garage again. Time to go do that.
Lyrically, I'm untouchable, uncrushable. Running in a 600, running in a 600. Untouchable, uncrushable. Running in a 600, running in a 600.